Welcome to the Ankush Sir Classes.
Sir, I will get government job.
Sir, I will get private job.
No, sir, government sector is good.
No, sir, private sector is good.
Let's have a group discussion.
Let's see.
And watch.
Good afternoon, sir,
Very good afternoon.
and good afternoon to all.
Very good afternoon.
Thank you, sir, for giving me a chance. It is pleasure to me that I am speaking some word in front of you all. And today is our GD, and GD topic is government sector is good and private sector is good. So I am in the favor of government sector is good because there are many facilities in government sectors.
How can you say these many facilities are given by private sector, such as the biscuits are made in private factories, not in government factories.
How can you say that? In like as kids school, in government school, biscuit are coming by government factories.
And do you know who is allowing to sell that type of biscuit? Government is allowing.
But why you are in favor of government sector? Then why are you studying in private sector and you want the government?
How can you say
Okay,
that?
we are studying in government sector.
Then why the strength of government sector is less, and in a private school there are around 500 students are studying, and in government sector only 100 students are studying. Why?
How can you say that? All are reading in government schools, and they are approved by HP boards.
So why the government has lots of school in our state also? Because their strength is nearby 10 to 5 students.
Pardon me.
Why government bans a lot of school in our state? Because their strength is nearby 10 to 15 students in a school. That's why government bans. Because in government sector there is no strength.
And the condition of that government school is not good. The students are not getting, the teacher is not teaching them well, and the water facilities is not good at that school.
Private school also.
If the water facility and teacher facility is not good in private school, then why the parents are sending him or her children to the school?
Firstly, do you know for getting a job in a government school there is one test, teacher eligibility test. So firstly, teacher will have to give that test, and after then he can teach us.
So
And in a private school there is nothing.
And in that teacher is, let us suppose that teacher is teacher of English. Then why from that teacher the question of Hindi and GK is asked. The teacher wants to be a teacher of English. Then why the other subject question is asked?
No,
If
there is one special teacher for any special subject. Like as if we want to study English subject, so there is special.
No, sir, you are not getting. He is telling about the education policy. Let's suppose that you are doing preparation for the English teacher. So when you will give the exam, so in your exam you will have to face the problem like as a English question, GK question, Hindi question, another. He want to say this.
But in private schools, there the student do any mistake, then the principal beat him and tell him go. And but in
that is good because that kind of children will not do that
no,
kind of mistake.
I am also
And
my
why the
friend.
government?
My friend is. I am watching my friend. He do again and again mistakes.
For your information, the government sector provide the all license of any factories for using only government sector provided to
Only the license. Why the government is not working on that sectors? If the private, let us suppose if the all private
So
sector
government-
will be closed, they will not work. How government will run?
so government.
Government is
Why
giving only license, but the private sectors are doing work.
But
And do you know private sectors are running by the government?
And do you
Because
know? Do you know?
let me complete, sir. If you want to do, if you wanna open something private, you will have to take permission from government.
How can you say this? Let us suppose that you want to start a business, then you don't. There is no need to.
How can
How can you say? Firstly, you will have to take permission.
And let us suppose that you are studying in a school and you got in 10th class you got 99%. Then you have got the job of PN of government. then you want to be in.
But
What is benefit of top?
but is bad then? It is good.
It is
After
totally
my
bad.
life,
It is totally
Yes,
bad,
it is
sir.
good. You are being and you are cleaning the toilets. So
Sir,
that is your
job is a job.
That is good.
Yeah, that is good. Job is job.
You are the topper of the class and you are scoring well and
so
you are.
what?
If I
So
have,
what?
if I have knowledge, so I can achieve other job. If I want to become PM, so I will become.
In private sector, they will see the talent of the person. They will not see the marks of the person, that how it, because marks is just a number that can decide your future, because you can take marks with the help of cheats also. But in private sector, they will see your talent, that you are talented.
And
if you are talented, so they will hire you.
But in government sector they make us talented.
But how talented? You are topper and you are doing the as a work of PM. So that is, what type of talent is that?
Sir, you are totally wrong.
You have already taught that top means marks doesn't matter. So what is relation?
Sir, in government sector, they are taking students like they are making student effort to a very topper. Like and in private sector, they are there. You are telling like as what about you are telling. They are taking talented students. Means in the government they are preparing student and in private they are taking.
The value of talent is not in government sector. The value of talent in private sector. Let us.
You are totally wrong.
Let
The
us-
value of talent in
let us-
government. Like
let-
you can take and bigger chance.
I am giving example.
In tournaments.
Let me complete. You are a very talented person and you have too much knowledge and you use that you are becoming a government job at a, let us suppose that you are join army and you are talented, you are join the army at a highest post. Then your salary is around 2 lakhs. But you are very talented and you go in private sector in company. Then your salary and your salary is around 5 to 6 lakh in a month.
Okay, sir. After some time, if that company is in loss, so
Then you are talented, you can join another.
sir,
You are talented, you can join another.
so let us suppose I studied a new company, okay, and after that I am giving means lots of salaries to my employees and other workers. After some time, if I will be in loss, so what?
I am not saying that. I am saying that the person who
I
has
let us suppose.
I am saying that the person who have too much talent, that person got only high price, high salary. Not all. In government sector, the person have talent. The
So
person has got
tell me any person name who famous by the private sector.
Dhirubhai Ambani.
How can you say?
He is private. GeoSIM is private sector, not a government sector.
But that is proved by government sector. Firstly, government sector give permission to launch GeoSIM after that.
So what, that is under the private. Only
But
government
so private
government
sector-
gave only a permission.
Okay.
But
So
that
means-
is, but that
okay.
is the name
Means-
of private
means-
sector.
Let me only say, it means the private sector cannot do anything without the permission of the
So
government.
can you say
Means
this?
Yeah, because government is only for the giving permission, because government is not able to do anything.
So
Now
private.
tell me any factory name that is under the government.
And
Or government is only for the giving permission, not able to do any work.
without private sector, government sector
Like
cannot
SIM
run.
also.
And-
How can you say that? Government is giving only permission.
And without private sector,
Means-
government sector will not run. Let us suppose the government take taxes from private sector and they giving salary to government sector people, and the government sector taking taxes, high taxes from richest person of private sector. That's why they are giving salary to government sector.
That is good.
But is good. We are running and you are taking.
That is good. We are boss means you are telling this. We are taking money.
But
from-
we are very rich. That's why we are giving the.
okay.
If we will not allow,
we-
how you will become a rich?
Why you are the taking tax from
Sir,
us?
let me. If
Tell
we
us
will
single.
not allow
Tell
you,
us single.
If you will not
Why
allow
you
us,
are
then you
taking
cannot
the-
take salary from us.
there is not only you and your companies. There are lots of companies.
If you cannot
Yeah, so
allow
there are
private sector,
lots of companies are giving the tax to the government.
and that's why government sector run. If you cannot allow us, then you cannot take tax, and you can.
Means you are private sectors are workers of the government. You want to say that?
How? If I am earning,
What? So why are you giving
I'm
money?
I'm
Why
earning.
are you?
Let us suppose that I'm
We
earning
are
1 lakh,
taking, you are taking us
and
like
we,
as a steal.
and we are
How
earning.
we are stealing? Why?
Why the
Okay,
government
so
is
what?
asking that give us tax?
And we are
Why government is asking?
and we are earning 10 lakhs in a month. You are taking 1 lakh, then there is no, if that is not affect us. You are taking money and you are stealing money from us.
How can you say that we are stealing?
As a tax.
So that is not stealing, that is our right.
That is your right.
Because you are
No
the
sir,
worker
we
of-
are earning and that is your right.
But so
Our money and that is your right. That you will take that money from us.
because of government
Who is-
you are earning, otherwise you are nothing.
Let me
If
let me
government will not give you permission, so how will you earn?
I
How
also
will you
told you
earn?
that government is only for giving permission.
and let
How
us
can you say?
Government is and got bar to make another thing.
Boss, because
Take an
government is
example.
the boss
Take
of
an
the
example
private
of government buses. Tell me the condition of government buses.
Good, that very nice than
You
the
can
private sector.
you can
Do
take
you know
an
in
example of
in private-
new government buses. But like in private buses, they are not in good conditions and lots of
if
accidents-
the private
lots of
condition of
accidents
private
in the
buses,
private buses, but not in government buses.
if the condition of private bus is not good, then people will not go. That's why private buses is developing day by day.
Yeah.
So
If
tell me-
one government bus is
So tell me that-
if one government bus is going, so there are 4 to 5 private buses are running.
So tell me
But
that
because
why
government buses
Only
are
for
not good.
government bus.
So then that why more the people's are choice is for recommended for private sector buses. There are half tax.
And in private buses,
Fine.
and we know.
There is a half tax for women and all.
So let me complete.
Tell me single thing that you are woman.
No, tell
You
me
are a
for
woman.
all. So I am not telling that.
You are a woman.
And government
What about
You
gents?
will change your
Child, there is no.
What about gents?
And government is doing discrimination
So
between
they-
gents and
It
So
means
tell me
it
private
means government
sector.
is doing
You tell me
discrimination.
in private sector there is no any tax. There is
No
Oh,
sir, it
you
means
are
that
telling about
no,
gender
sir.
equality. Okay.
Government is doing. What about gents?
You are means you are telling about gender equality.
Yes sir, I am telling you.
In in normal case, when you travel in a private bus, okay, so there is lots of things written. If you read, there is some seats are for men and some are for women.
that is government policy, not private.
So if you want to run your private sector, so why you are allowing you are taking our instructions?
Because you are stealing money from us as a
How
fine.
we are stealing?
As a fine, you are stealing money.
If we
from
are
us.
stealing, so why you are giving? That is not stealing.
and why you are following the private government sector rules.
Because you are stealing money in another way from us.
How can you say? Let us suppose your mother gave, you told that I want to take this, your mother gave you, that is stealing. Means you are doing work at a shop, and you are doing his work and taking money. That is not stealing.
But you are not doing anything and you are still taking money from us.
How we are?
Like as a GST.
You are only
What
going
is
to
that?
earn your
What is
government
good
sector
there?
from private sector.
That is
That
very nice.
is good.
That is, do you know there are that tax gone to our Indian Army?
Gone
Who
to,
is saving?
gone to government.
But how can you say, sir?
That tax will go to Indian Army.
Yeah.
Means Indian Army is also depend on private sector.
And
You told this.
yeah, but
You told me that tax
if-
will go to
if
Indian
there-
Army.
If there is no Indian Army, so how will you save? Because they are saving.
No sir, you told that tax will go to Indian Army. Means
Yeah.
Indian Army is also depend on our money.
You are dependent on them.
Private
So why you
sectors
told,
are
because
depend
why
on
you
Indian-
told this that tax will go to Indian Army? He told this.
Yeah, I told them, but first listen, get it from my point.
Firstly, listen. You told this.
Yeah,
That is not mine, but that is your point. That tax will go to Indian Army. Means Indian Army is also depend on us.
you are dependent because if they are saving you at whole
Sir.
night, they are standing on the
Sir,
board.
I wanna say only one thing that you are wrong.
But in private buses, there are personal driver by the bus, and if they drink liquor and they also drive roughly the bus, and passenger does not know that the driver have drink liquor.
That is good because the driver has focused.
But in government private buses
Or
they
let's
make.
suppose if some private driver took liquor and after then some accident happened in road.
The government,
So
the government,
so that was first passengers are also will die and other.
the government,
other-
said the government bus driver cannot take liquor.
No, because there is checkers.
The
Of
then
government buses. You can search it.
So why the lots of government bus drivers are got heart attack? Because government is not giving the rest properly to the government bus drivers.
How can you say that? There is two drivers in
No,
one
firstly you
route.
will search there are lots of accident like as a heart attack. Because government is not giving properly rest. Let us suppose that one bus is going to Chamba to Haridwar. After then again that same bus driver and same conductor
No,
will
there
come
is
back.
reverse route.
Came back.
Reverse route. There is one day rest. Two buses are like one go from Chamba and one come from Haridwar to Chamba.
Boarding schools are, as per my opinion, very good. Because in boarding school there are lots of facility. But about in government school?
And the Navodaya
In the-
school also good. There is also Navodaya school.
that is bad because in
How can you say that that is bad?
in that school ragging is done by the seniors. But if you do
In not that school, in a boarding school that is
if
not
your boarding
because-
school someone ragging you, then the owner of that school or principal of that school removed you. But
And if
In a government sector boarding school, there is also anti-ragging committee.
Navodaya school is bad, so why she is coming here in Navodaya?
Who?
What?
Me? No,
Yes.
I'm not. Actually, this is also a private sector where you are reading. Firstly, think
And
of
tell
it.
now
And
why
I
you are
not
coming
for
here.
Navodaya school.
Why you are coming here?
For knowledge.
For knowledge. Means who is giving knowledge? Private sector.
And who? And
We
who?
know that she is coming here for taking the knowledge. And this is a private sector. But why he is all coming here?
But who gave permission?
How can you say
Who
that this
gave
is a
permission?
private sector? How can you say that?
foreign government,
Government gave. So
foreign, not here.
how can you say foreign government?
Yes.
How can you say? Explain.
Search it firstly. Get knowledge about where you are learning.
Why we will search? You can say now, sir. Explain us, sir.
I'm explaining you that it is a private sector and running by the other government.
How can you say that? If
Sir,
it
I
is
also
in India,
told
so
that
Indian
government is only for giving the permission.
There are
not for a work.
There are lots
And
of
why are you
chocolates,
for a-
biscuits and
why are you-
coffee that is from other country. Why we are using
So
their-
why are you following the rule of government?
Also,
Why are you-
you are telling that Indian government sector are taking tax from private sector. So that money is using for making your country better. Like as for your army, for teachers, and for construction or other
What type
things.
of country built future?
Sir,
Like as road construction and
Making
Let us suppose
making-
that you are
like-
politician you are.
for making good
Sir,
hospitals,
that's why
giving
India
them-
is developing country, not developed.
That's-
Where is our money?
Every year government is telling same thing that we will do development. That's why the
That's
government
why
is
now
only
our-
developing, not developing.
And people like you government
So
sector steal our money.
developing is good or developed is good.
Develop
How can you say that?
because
If we
There
are
are lots of
we are continuing developing.
because
And-
they are the very developed country because their all sectors are running because of private sector.
Okay, if they are developed, so we are developing. We will go more away from them.
The salary of private
You
sector
mean
is more
that
than.
now if there was a 5-year child and there was a 40-year child, okay, that child will grown up with 40 and that 41 is only 40 years old. That will be a 40 years. It will be not in
That
That we are developing.
development-
That's why
We are
experience is
already-
coming.
Every year you are taking only experience, not develop.
But if you are earning money and then you have buy a car and you are going on a trip, but if we don't take tax from you, so we will not construct our India roads and your car will.
Yeah, so it's good that means it we are giving the money.
And
Who
you
is
are
giving the
dependent on
tax?
us.
So you
Who is
so
giving
you
the
are
tax? You know that if we will take the tax, so after then we will construct the road. Means road is also constructed with the help of us.
How can you say
How
that?
can you
That's
say
all- only private
He
sector
told
is
you that we will take the tax from you.
So why-
After then we will construct the road.
So why are you
Means
saying that
when we will give the tax, after then road construction.
But not only
will-
private sector is giving tax.
So government is giving a tax.
All are giving tax. Tax is equal to all. How can you say that?
But government sector, let us suppose that you are a teacher and government taking it from, tax from you. Then the government take his money from you. But we are not taking anything from the government, but the government taking money of us.
So tell me that if any natural activity in any state happened, so why private sector not giving the money, only government giving the money?
How can you say this? The government take too much money and increase the tax of private sector.
How can you say that? They are taking tax from us also.
Let's take example of LPG cylinders. Firstly,
So we are taking.
sir, firstly listen.
So they are taking from
listen. Firstly, they give it free to ladies.
So I
Okay?
have
Only one
she is
time.
telling that firstly listen.
Only one time they
How
give
can you say
it.
that?
Firstly, learn about your government. Okay?
I am telling you, Rajasthan government giving the and
ah,
every month and the free
Now
LPG gas.
listen. So they are giving LPG cylinder free of cost, and that time the prices of that is 750 rupees. But now after the 1 month or 2 months, now that price is going to 1200 rupees.
So what is bad? What is bad?
It's
What
not
is
bad.
bad?
What
What
is
is
bad?
bad?
Let's know that you are a poor person.
Everything is bad.
But
So private sector is also doing this type of things.
what is bad?
I explain. Firstly, listen about the point. Firstly, the government do the promise to the ladies that we will give you LPG cylinder free. But after 1 or 2 months, they
How can you say
increase
the
the
government
price.
is
So now also they
Who
are
promised?
giving.
And the private sector is also doing this type of things.
That is party.
Government also.
That is not government, that is parties.
And the parties in private sector, sir.
Yes.
Which one party, sir?
And now time party is ruling as a government. But that is not a party. Now that is government.
So that is the rule of their parties for votes. Like they are providing these things.
What type of things? Petrol cost also increase, diesel cost also increase. What type of development they are doing?
You can take an example of electricity.
You can take example of schools. There are more innovation and more things are coming in schools and for practicals.
Like as free books, computer classes, libraries, and free uniforms.
But it's also available in private sector without taking money from
So
others.
private sector.
How can you say
there is
private
more cost
sector
from
taking
private
much
sector,
money?
government sector. There is more cost than of government sector.
So what? They are providing us better.
So there is also better.
And government is also developing the cities areas, not village areas. That is very bad.
How can you
How
say
can you
that?
say that?
Take example
They
of food.
English, they
Take
don't
example.
suppose
Let
to-
me complete. Take example of food. There was a expired one bread and they second hand. They expired.
So they are doing that-
And firstly listen. And second time there was a fresh bread. And that expired bread cost is 20 rupees. And the new one is 40 rupees. You will take the expired bread.
Why I will take?
Why I will take?
I'm telling you, let us pause.
So
First
let
we
us
think-
suppose this type of things are doing the private sectors also. That's time. So why you are not?
What
taking-
bread?
Yes, all things for.
Who is giving that?
You can take
Selling order.
So take the example of distillery bottles of water.
But-
There is also the expiry water.
That is not expired. That is not expired water. That is the expired date of that bottle. Firstly listen.
So there is also lots of things.
Like as.
You can take the food things. Example of
You are telling about
So like
private
as.
sector's
What
company.
type of?
So you can take example
You
of
can
fruits.
take a big
Like
example.
as
Ma'am,
fruits like
you can take and big example of like a private sector company that they are making cold drink like a drink, and that is very harmful for children, and that is very harmful for pregnant ladies, and that's because of it is selling for in India.
but such cigarettes are also harmful. But our government gives the permission.
Marijuana is also bad for health, but the government also gave license.
That
Not
is
for
only for
taking.
18 years.
not for
That is
30
for
years.
growing up. That means not for taking. They are
So
giving license.
marijuana is used for medicines.
Then it is grow for taking.
That is
Tell
for
the name of any medicine.
use of
Sir, firstly
medicine.
tell the name of
Name of
medicine.
any medicine that they
You can take example of keratin.
Marijuana is used in any medicine. Name.
You can take
Could you
example of
please tell me
keratin.
name?
Keratin.
He is telling.
That is not a medicine.
That is medicine. There is also protein, sir.
That is not made by with the help of marijuana.
How can you say that?
And government schools are giving many facilities to the students, and in government there is not very much fees, so the poor person can also read in government schools.
Means government teachers are very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the government start child helpline number?
Because
Because
of
in private sector there
Yeah.
are lots of cases happening that teacher is
So,
beating the
but
students
why
and
that
taking
is
the
also in government?
because of their body school
boarding
so
in
sector.
private boarding schools there is lots of ragging type
If that is
happening.
beating, so why the government is not did this only in private sector? For government sectors also.
And why?
If private
And
schools
why
are getting the
government?
students, so that it can be that child child number
And why
only
gov-
for the private sector. But that is also for the government sector. Why?
Government
So
sector.
they
Means
it
they-
Much
is-
of
means
cases
they
are
are
coming
teachers-
from the
teachers
private
are
sector, not from government
And
sector.
why too much cases of government school teacher do very silly mistakes, like they take liquor in the and came in the class and start teaching.
And private
This is
private
totally
school
bad.
teachers also
Beating
take
students in classroom, that is also
And
bad.
teachers do smoking in
How can you
school
say
campus.
that? How can you say that?
Too many teachers.
How can you say that?
Firstly, do you know there is a restriction of in the 1 yard, one not 100 yard of area near the school.
I know,
Yes.
but
So how-
the government cannot check it, and that is doing in now time also.
So that is the mistake of government. Here is also government school. Check the 100 yard. How many that smoke shops are here?
How can
Behind the school also, there is smoking.
Here is behind the school.
Go and let's check.
So
What
there
next
is-
step?
there is no-
How can you say? Are you reading in this school?
Yes.
How can
You
you
are
say?
No. No.
So firstly think about your point.
I live here, not and the
So how did you see the here that there is smoke?
Private companies are very good. Private sector. Because they made very good quality shoes.
Government sector also make.
Tell me any shoes that made by the government. Any shoes company.
There in
Like us?
I'm telling sir. There is not a name because if they are giving names, so it will not. In like as government
So-
sector, in army, they are providing their own shoes for their army.
to tell me that why wild animals hunting is a restriction from the government because of private sectors they are hunting the wild animals.
And in government sector there is lots of corruption. Do you know a kabaddi player of a girl who plays kabaddi, and he plays for national, and he didn't have money to buy the kabaddi shoes, and the government sent money to her for buying kabaddi shoes, and the cost of kabaddi shoes is 1,000, and the government sent 1,000 rupees to her, but he only got 200 rupees for buy kabaddi shoes, and there is no kabaddi shoes of 200 rupees.
How can you say that?
And sir, you also know
Government-
that private sector is hunting the wild animal. So could you please tell me that lots of Jews are under the government? That is not bad that the government is taking the wild animal under the prison. What about the freedom of that wild animal?
So that's for the safety of the wild
What
animals.
about the safety?
No.
What about their freedom?
So tell me that hunting is good in safety of the animal.
No, but in a forest that animal.
Zoo is making for their safety and
Jew is stealing the freedom of that animal.
Sir, let
There
me
is no
complete.
Let us go let someone.
Let me complete.
Let
Let me
complete.
Sir,
Let us
Sir,
go
let me complete. In forest, there like a private sector, lots of hunters came for their it and other things. But after when government is taking this type of thing, so that's why they decided that they will make zoos for their safety. That's why they make zoos.
Let us suppose that someone close you in a room for a whole life. That is good. You are living in a room.
So tell me, if
That is good. If they will give
in
me
government sector, there is not only zoo and one cage. There is lots of means whole play
Yeah,
grounds.
and they are also
Let
giving
let
them
us suppose
food.
that you are living only around a 1 kilometer. That is good.
But if my life is the same, so I will leave.
Then you can
And
you
so
don't
our
have to
daily
worry
life is
about
also
outside.
like this.
What?
So our daily life is also like this. We
Okay,
are going
okay.
to school and coming from
Okay,
school.
like this. In private sector, there are lots of trips to foreign country, but in government sector,
So there is a trip of border countries there. So tell you, if one time you will go, there is a place.
after
tell me
some
there is a
time.
place.
After some time, I also go.
Where will you go? If you rounded all places of world, so
No,
where,
government
after that,
sector
where will
is
you
not
go?
powerful. Because if someone is hunting the animal, so government is not able to give the permission. Like as that our celebrity that killed the black deer. What happened? Nothing.
No.
He was in prison.
At night, he go into
Okay,
museum,
sir.
and after 1 hour, he go outside.
Sir, how can you say that? When he hunted that black deer, so after then he was in prison.
And after,
Not he used of freedom and
after sometimes he is outside the prison.
Sir, what about now time?
So
Only
now
for
is-
a week. Only for a week.
And you told that army is army is doing security of us, okay? So tell me about the one one Pak lady came to India, where our army soldiers are sleeping with her child, not alone with child. Where our army soldiers are sleeping because of this type of terrorist attacks are also happening. We don't know where they are living in India, what type of.
How can you say that? India and
She take permission.
India and
She take
Kenya-
permission. She take permission.
Yes, she took one day
Yeah.
and after then she get married and
First listen. She came from the other area, like as she came from the Nepal, not from the India. Our government is sleeping.
So
Our
from-
Tell me that,
From-
how they find her?
Let me
So tell me that.
Let me
Let me that. How they find her? How they find her?
Let me complete. She came, okay. Well, at that time, if one lady came with her child, so there should be a terrorist also came in India, but we don't know about them.
So now how
what
we-
about our security?
So how we now know?
And
know her?
do you listen the
Because of private sector.
How can you say that?
Because of viral videos.
And okay.
We know about that. And our government is sleeping. He
And but-
doesn't
private
care.
sector?
But private sector
And do you listen-
private sector also didn't do anything. If we okay,
No,
you should,
social
okay,
media.
government is
Social
sleeping.
media, sir.
and do you
So
listen-
point is that if army is doing the
So
security,
what does social media
how
do?
she came from another country to our country without any visa?
and do
With
you
her child and she is a lady.
Pardon me?
let me complete. Let
How
me
she
first.
came
Sir,
in our country
sir, let me
without any?
She came. Indian government know that someone is in our border. After then,
so thank you guys for watching us. We will meet you in next video. Okay, bye bye, ciao.
Like, share, and subscribe.